CapeCast.
Howdy, folks. Welcome to CapeCast, the official webcast of the Cape Cod Times for January 11th. We'll be continuing our coverage of the McCowen racial bias hearings from Barnstable Superior Court. We're here right now this morning. We'll have video reports all day. Stay tuned. Yesterday, 7 people who served as jurors in the 2006 McCowen murder trial gave testimony on allegations that racial bias played a role in the deliberations. Of course, McCowen was found guilty of raping and killing Krista Worthington of Truro in 2002. Yesterday, jurors Roshina Bohanna and Normand Audette accused juror Marlo George of calling McCowen a big black man capable of roughing up a small white woman during deliberations. Marlo George testified that she made no such comments, or if she did, it wasn't meant as racist. So today we should hear more from jurors, those who were in and around those deliberations, and Gary Nickerson will try to get to the bottom of it. He's the judge who's asking the questions. The freshest story is probably on page A7 of the Cape Cod Times. Worthington family jurors exchanged email after trial. Emails provided to the Cape Cod Times indicate that at least one of murder victim Krista Worthington's family members met socially with jurors a few weeks after the trial ended. Apparently some emails going back and forth and maybe a bit of a get-together there. Apparently that's not unusual according to an expert we talked to in the story. However, the lawyer for juror Roshina Bohanna didn't like it and said it was a bad thing, indicating a symbiotic relationship between Worthington family members and some members of the jury.
I thought that it was something that was really out of the unusual. It was out of the ordinary. There should have been no interaction, I believe, between the family members and the jurors. It seems almost as if the jurors sought out the family members to say, hey, we're with you. And particularly Gomes' email, where Gomes is saying, I could see your emotion, hope you felt my emotion too. To me, that's saying that he was connecting with that family, not listening to the evidence, but connecting with the family and trying to do what he could do to help the family out, as opposed to being an impartial juror. And clearly, I think yesterday showed that there was outside statements made that should make him think about giving a new trial.
And how's your client doing?
She's upset. She wants to go home, and the judge and I will probably have a little run-in today because I want her to be on a 220 plane. I'm going to ask him to change his procedure so that she can go home.
And looking at the...
She has a birthday party for her child tomorrow.
Chilly, windy morning out in front of Barnstable Superior Court. Here we see jurors/witnesses coming in for the day's action. We caught up with Truro author Peter Manso, who's writing a book about the McCowen trial and spends a lot of time after hours with attorney Bob George. He had a little bit to say about the strategy.
The judge has asked both lawyers, Mike O'Keefe and Bob George, to come back with their preference. Do they want to settle for phase 1? Wasn't there racism in the jury room? Or do they want to go to phase 2, which is, as you know, what impact did these racist statements have on the juror's ability to render an unbiased verdict? As I understand it, Mike O'Keefe is saying, no, I want to quit right now, but that's no surprise because left to his own devices, O'Keefe wouldn't have had this hearing in the first place.
In other news, a land agreement between town officials and the Mashpee Wampanoag may not be as imminent as earlier predicted. The tribe source familiar with the negotiation said tribe members think the amount of land likely to be offered, approximately 140 acres, is not enough. In crime news, Mashpee police are seeking a masked man who they say robbed a Shell gas station at gunpoint on Route 130 Wednesday night. The man ordered the clerk to the ground and made off with an undisclosed amount of cash, according to police. In sports news, East Bridgewater stomped Sturgis last night in boys high school basketball. And of course, everyone is girding their loins for the big Patriots-Jaguars NFL playoff game Saturday night. It could be a tough one. Now let's check the all-important Cape and Islands weather forecast. For tonight, periods of rain, mainly before 9 p.m., low around 38 for Saturday, sunny with a high near 46 for Sunday, a slight chance of rain after 3 p.m., mostly cloudy with a high near 42. Okay, folks, we got to head into court. Stay tuned to CapeCodOnline.com all day long for McCowen hearing updates. Till next time, see ya!
CapeCast.